What up, everybody? If you're just joining, it's your boy Pyro Slays Music. Today we're checking out Private Music by the Deftones. This is 11 songs, 42 minutes, 29 seconds. Dropped in August, but this got voted in our YouTube polls to check out for new music. I just didn't get around to it. The vote was like end of November, beginning of December that we threw it up, and yeah. So it just didn't happen for the end of December. So we're gonna clean this up real quick before, it's the beginning of the year. We're good. Not a lot has dropped yet from us for Sound Discovery. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on in. I have no real experience with the Deftones, which is, I was telling chat earlier, is a little shocking just because honestly I listened to a lot of new metal growing up, just a shit ton of that. I did try to listen to an album once that a coworker told me, and this is way back, that just recently had dropped, and that one was Ko no Yokan, and let me tell you, I don't remember anything about that album at all, but I remember listening to it. I don't think I was the biggest fan. Regardless, we're gonna send it. This is gonna be a wild kind of entry point for me, but I remember that show they did at Rock on the Range, and it was freaking insane. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. My Mind is a Mountain is the first track. Let's get it. Okay, so honestly, it has kind of a chill element to it while still kind of hitting those metal notes, you know what I mean? Which is intriguing for sure. I don't think the guitar really did much for me in this track, and there was parts I liked the chorus, but the rest I don't know. It just kind of was a little bland, if you will. Again, maybe it's just I'm not quite used to the sound, so we'll continue here. Locked Club is the next one on the album. Okay, so this one honestly kind of lines up a little bit with the first one for me. There were some elements that I liked from it, but also overall, I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure. I'm liking the mixing and I'm liking the production, but I do think the guitar tone is really boring. The drums sound really nice. That's honestly what I'm enjoying the most. Dude's vocals sound fine as well. Not really grabbing me, but I do like kind of how his vocals are like a little bit under the music, kind of flowing through it, if you will. I don't think it's bad per se, but it either hasn't warmed up on me or it's just kind of middle ground for me so far. No big deal. We're going to continue with this next one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that either. Okay, I like that one a lot. Is it Ecdysis? I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that, but regardless, I really loved that chorus area, and the rest was pretty vibey. There were some parts that were a little off kilter, which was a good thing, I felt, because it kind of took it out of a kind of a generic sound a little bit, and like so there were some nice raw bits in there as well. I like the overall flow of this one. That's going to go right in a playlist for sure. This next one's Infinite Source.
And
That guitar lick there at the very end was very, very 2000s, and I appreciated that. This is another one. So I'm think I'm starting to maybe either warm up to the sound a little bit or kind of understanding what's going on here. I like that the drums are kind of actually, they're not over polished and they're buried in there. And so you're getting some light, like you hear it still, but it's not very abrasive, and it kind of adds to that smooth element that kind of they have developed here. Yeah, I think throughout, I really enjoyed this one. I'll throw this in a playlist as well. Yeah. Next one is Souvenir. This is track number 5. That one definitely had some airiness to it and kind of a little more of a vibe to it. Lyrically, it's starting to remind me of this song particularly is what I would imagine metal fans would go to for some bedroom music. You know what I mean? Little love making music because they can't do it to Slipknot. You know what I mean? So this is what they're turning on. Sexy time music. Sexy time metal music. That's what I got from Souvenir. Sexy time metal music. But it did have a nice airy vibe, and not just to, compound it down to sexy time metal music, but also it did have some unique signatures and stuff in there as well, especially drum-wise. That was really interesting. There were some parts where I thought they were going to drop and hit a little harder, and they didn't, and it kind of threw me off every time that happened. But, not the end of the world. We're coming into the halfway point here. CXZ chat, what are we thinking so far? Ooh, and picks up right where the other one left off. Okay, cool. I like that. All right, so I wasn't a really big fan of this song, like the first half of it, but I do think the second half is a little bit more interesting for me. However, I'm getting pretty hard Anne Berlin vibes. Obviously, Anne Berlin came after Deftones, but that right there, I feel like I think I would prefer just to go to Anne Berlin and listen to them instead of that track specifically. I'm not really getting that vibe from the rest of it, but yeah, it definitely has kind of an interesting, like, muddied feel instrumentally, but also like it's still carrying a nice vibe, which is an interesting mix. Kind of, and then you had the trippy kind of voice effects happening as well. Yeah, I don't think that one's quite for me, but I can see why somebody would like it for sure. Moving on to track number 7, I Think About You All the Time.
We sail inside of your warship. You say your refrain, and I'm out of my mind. All of my life, you've been the same. All of our days, and we'll never change. As we sing inside of your warship, lay next to me, all few place, and we're out of our minds. Sing all of my life, we'll never change. All of our days, show me the way. All the
All right, that was interesting because I constantly waited for that to kind of pick up and just go, but it really didn't. It just sat there in that vibe, and honestly, I kind of appreciated it. Also, there was a really nice soundscape in the very back, and there was like some really elegant sounds that kind of remind you of the sea. Almost gave me some Little Mermaid vibes at times, in a good way. This next track, that's going to go in a playlist, by the way. I do enjoy that. It's going to go right in a vibes playlist. This next one is a single, Milk of the Madonna. I haven't heard this either, but we're going to keep it going. 5 years ago, that guitar feedback right there would have really pissed me off. But punk has completely ruined my brain, and I like that now, apparently. This is interesting because that guitar had kind of a muddy feel still, and this is probably my favorite track guitar-wise. On top of that, they did some cool things with the cymbal in one ear, and it wasn't like the whole sound of the cymbal. It was like kind of cut. I felt like they hit the cymbal and then took part of that sound and then just repeated it in this ear. And that was kind of a cool ass effect. Lyrically, it's kind of dope as well. Actually, this is going to go on a playlist for sure as well. That's a great song. Cut Hands is the next track. Okay, so that one, I'm going to go with the word frantic. It gave me anxiety. I've got enough anxiety, so this song's probably going to be a skip for me. And maybe even my least favorite on the album. But that being said, I also do think it is really creative, and it's a lot different sounding than the rest of the stuff on this album. So it's a really nice taste breaker, or just a nice swap up sound wise. But this one I don't think is for me. So no playlist for that one. But let's continue to Metal Dream. 2 more tracks left, guys. This is number 10. Oh, yeah, we got one more track, y'all, and we rounded up this album. I like that track as well, Metal Dream. Very nice vibe to it. It's starting to grow on me for sure. And I do want to point out something kind of amusing. I'm pretty sure that I've heard more from the lead singer's side band than I have Deftones. I just completely forgot about it. But I think it was like Crosses or something like that. When we first started reacting on YouTube to music, it came up on our request list that we had, and I think we did a reaction for like 2 songs, and then I went on my own and listened to that album, and I really did enjoy that. But it is kind of amusing that I have listened more to his side band rather than the big band that he got started with. I'm backwards is all get out. What are you gonna do about it? All right, y'all. Let's jump into this final track on this album, "Departing the Body," and then I'll talk about the LP as a whole. And excited to see what you guys think as well. And that is Private Music by the Deftones. And that dropped August 22nd and of 2025. And 42 minutes, 29 seconds, 11 songs. This song was cool because really played with a different sounding guitar, first of all. It didn't have that really muddied, heavy, chunky guitar. This had more of that kind of acoustic feel. His vocals, he also had a different style of singing here. Honestly, this song just cried 90s to me in a good way, And it was nice because it was like really the only song in this album that sounded that way. So I think we have some really nice change-ups when it comes to the album itself. It really sticks with the vibe that it's laying out, but within that vibe, it also isn't afraid to explore a little bit, which I really, really like. Very, very time and placey for me, but I could 100% just throw this on in the background and just chill and love it. It's funny because like initially the first two songs I was like, ooh, I don't know if this album is going to be rated very highly. I don't know if I like this, but then it slowly started kind of grabbing me a little bit. I've started enjoying the vibe that it was laying out. It doesn't overstay its welcome, which is huge for me. I hate bloated albums. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves. And this, with that around that 40-minute mark, it's about typical, right? And 11 songs. Again, you have maybe one song on here that's over 5 minutes. Two songs that are over 5 minutes here, but there's also 2 songs under 3 minutes. So like, and they're actually songs, they're not interludes or anything like that. So vocally, definitely there was some stuff here that like I wasn't huge on the vocals, but also I like there was which one was it? He was like hitting screams. It might have been the one that I wasn't a huge fan of, which would have been I think Cut Hands. He was like kind of had like this more abrasive scream, and then it would swing into him just singing really nicely, and it was like a cool. It was so I don't know. It wasn't very in a very intense change vocally, but it was enough that it really stood out in a good way. And then when he swung into those smoother vocals, it just was like, this is perfect. I have nothing to compare this to except crosses, pretty much. Like I said, listening to the Deftones, I listened to that one album in 2015, but by that time, I could definitely say that I was probably too angry for this style of music. 2012, excuse me. I was probably too angry for this style of music, to be honest with you. I had probably left a lot of like Slipknot, Disturbed, all that kind of shit in the past. Not that this band's compared to Disturbed or anything, but stylistically, let's say nu metal. I kind of left that at this point, and I was already listening to like Devil Driver, Machine Head, Aesthetics of Hate, like some lot heavier shit, basically. And then I was working my way maybe towards some of that more metalcore, deathcore sounds that I enjoyed later. But I remember my buddy Stick, who you guys have seen pop on here before, he was trying to get us into like simple metalcore shit. And I was like, this is too scary. But I definitely was starting to get into it around that time for sure. And so this softer stuff just didn't appeal to me at the time. But I think as a grown-ass man, I could throw this on in the background and be perfectly happy with this for sure. And while maybe I'm looking at the ratings before we started, it was like an 8.1 was the average, which to me is way overblown. But again, it's all I haven't been following this band, so I don't know what they've done between this and everything before it, besides crosses. So it's kind of a hard judge, but for me personally, I probably put this around that. It's like 6-8 range, and I think it definitely could go up with some more listens, but it's not a sound that I'm super familiar with. But I did like how they balanced the simplistic stuff with some really creative stuff. So I thought that was really dope. There's a lot of these songs that I think I'm coming back to. Every album that I listen to a second time off cam, and kind of really try to see if I dig or dislike. So it could go up or down. But I think personally this will probably go up around. I could see this going around the 7 for sure, depending on how much I'm digging this on my second listen. But it kind of, from like track 1 and 2, it just incredibly grew on me after that. So yeah, I'm thinking 6-7, definitely a good album. I would come back to it. Interesting for sure. I was a little scared. Again, you don't know anything about a band, and you're jumping into a album rather late in the game, really late in the game. When did they drop their first one? 95, Adrenaline, maybe? That as long as that wasn't remade, that's just here what I'm seeing on my streaming service. But that's a long-ass time. A long-ass time. Awesome they're still putting out music, though, for sure. And as always, regardless if I love or absolutely despise the band that I just listened to, I'll always suggest to you, if you're a fan, go over, support the band, whether you're following them on their socials, buying merch, seeing them live. I saw them live, again, this is probably 2015. Fucking awesome. They were fantastic. Yeah. If you're on YouTube watching, do me a solid. Hit that subscribe. Hit the like. If you're on Twitch and you're just chilling, hit that follow. I'm Pyro. Peace.